This is the Vsb Tv 11 News for Thursday, August 21st. I'm Peter Cattell. Our top story: the Bermuda police report the death in the Dominican Republic of a 42-year-old Bermudian national. Circumstances surrounding the man's death are as yet unclear. However, the Bermuda police is currently liaising with the relevant officials in that jurisdiction, and we will bring you more details as soon as they are known. The threat of industrial action by Bermuda's teachers reared its head today, with the General Secretary of the Bermuda Union of Teachers giving notice to the Department of Education of their intention to engage in industrial action over a disciplinary matter.
The scope of the disciplinary matter to which the Bermuda Union of Teachers refer is not known. What is known is that it has been the subject of talks between the union and the government today, with no side willing or able by news time to say where the talks stand. In a terse statement issued today, the government confirmed receiving notice from the union to engage in industrial action effective September 2nd, but no word yet from either side as to what that action will be. Bermuda Union of Teachers General Secretary Mike Charles has been out of his office all day and unable to be reached. But the Department of Education insists both parties are working to resolve this issue and will provide the public with timely updates when available. With schools on the threshold of opening, many parents are undoubtedly hoping that time will be sooner rather than later. For VSB News, I'm Adrienne Smatt.
Meanwhile, with regard to the vacant post of Commissioner of Education, a spokesperson for the Board of Education advised, while the board has been working diligently around the process for selection of the next Commissioner of Education, we can confirm that at the opening of the new school year, Dr. Lou Matthews, assisted by his senior team, will be continuing in the role of acting commissioner. The board will be undertaking the broadest search possible with a view to attracting the very best candidate for this very important role. Still ahead on the TV 11 News is Rachel with the weather preview.
Thanks, Peter. Pattern of unsettled weather continues. On the radar, not a great deal of activity, but a little, so we might get a shower overnight. But please stay tuned for the full weather report as we take a closer look at the weekend. It's not looking good.
The weather radar picture provided courtesy of the Ministry of Transport on Vsb Tv 11.
Barbecue this Labor Day holiday. Purdue Fresh Value Pack Chicken Thighs, only $1.99 per pound. Save $2 on red ripe seedless watermelons, just $12.99 each. Select varieties of Kraft barbecue sauce, only $1.79 for an 18-ounce bottle. All varieties of Wise potato chips, $1.59 for a 3.75-ounce bag. Heinz squeeze ketchup, only $4.59 for a 32-ounce bottle. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
Copyfax is Samsung's authorized dealer service center in Bermuda. If you're looking for a tablet, Copyfax have a range of Samsung's Tab 3, 5 and 7. They have Samsung's ATIV Book, which has a 15.6-inch screen, and the ATIV One computer has a 24-inch touch screen. Be sure you're buying from an authorized Samsung dealer. In Bermuda, it's Copyfax Limited, 96 North Shore Road. They service what they sell.
Are you paying more than one provider? More than you should?
Why?
Prepare to be wowed! Voice, long distance, high-speed internet, TV, and HD TV. One package, one stop, one customer care level.
Excellent! One bill!
Enjoy local and long-distance minutes, TV and HD TV, your choice of internet speed, and so much more. From only $184.99 monthly for everything.
For more information, visit wow.bm or call 292-1969.
Bermuda is an easy way to find great discounts while discovering fun activities to do in Bermuda.
Discover the best spas, restaurants, activities, services, and shops at 50% off.
Sign up to Bermudeals and start saving today.
The Bermuda taxi industry is currently in a state of transition. This according to the president of BTA Dispatching Limited, Raymond Robinson, whose organization operates some 439 of the 598 entire island taxi fleet.
There are a lot of new entities that are trying to get into the transportation business, and I think right now we need to all sit down, come to the table, and solve our industry problems, because the only person that suffers in the end is the passenger.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because there are a number of cases where passengers are being given short shrift. How can you, for example, from the BTA, help to alleviate their problems?
Well, we 8 years ago instituted the mobile data terminal, which is designed to get your taxi to you faster, and you're able to get your taxi and be on your way. And I think because the issue became controversial, a lot of people backed away from it. But now we see that because business is getting tight and there's a short of supply and a lot of demand, we are actually going to implement and institute a new system which will help people get their taxis faster. We have to start using the technology because that's the only way someone's going to get their taxi faster.
Would it surprise you to know that people who go to other people's houses, say for drinks, for example, literally are trapped there because taxis don't come?
No, you're absolutely right. And we as a company, what we try to do, if someone's having an event or if someone's having a party in St. George's per se, we always try to talk to the promoter. And the promoter will say, hey, Ray, the event comes out at 3. I know I'm going to have a few hundred people down there, so can you provide us with taxis? So, and when we know in advance, we'll put the information on the mobile data terminal, and that way we'll be able to provide a better service for the public.
Where are we on the dockyard situation?
Well, with Dockyard, I can't really talk too much about Dockyard because we're actually going to be having meetings with them, and I don't want to prejudice the case. But I can tell you right now, the taxi industry is willing and able to work with any entity to be able to provide a better service for our guests as well as our locals.
What about when you arrive at the airport?
I can't talk about that either because we're actually having meetings with airport operations at the moment to be able to basically smooth out the system and come up with a better system and a better way of distributing taxis from the airport. One of our biggest problems is that we have flights that land in cluster times. We have 5-6 flights on the ground at one time. There could be upwards of 150 taxis at the airport, and within an hour they're all gone. And I mean, I know the airlines can't change their schedule, so we are going to have to do something on island to alleviate that problem.
You appear to be full of optimism. Is there hope for this industry?
Oh, there's lots of hope. I have invested my life savings in this industry, and I'm not going to see it die in no way, shape, or form. I just think basically taxi drivers have to reinvent themselves and their business.
Positive trends in new company registration continues into the second quarter of this year. This according to the Minister of Economic Development, Dr. Grant Gibbons. Charles Webb has some of the details.
According to Dr. Gibbons, the results following the close of the quarter in June showed that the number of new company registrations to date in 2014 were higher than any mid-year total in the past 5 years. Coupled with the strong performance in international business registrations, the second quarter results show positive signs for Bermuda's economy. We continue to see an upward trend in overall company formations. Sustained growth in new business formations shows that very positive impacts on our ongoing efforts to stimulate the economy. These results, said the Minister, show that Bermuda is moving in the right direction. For Vsb News, I'm Charles Webb.
The National Hurricane Center is sending a reconnaissance aircraft into a tropical disturbance several hundred miles east of the Windward Islands, after predicting that there is a 70% likelihood of it becoming a tropical depression over the next 5 days. Most of the reliable computer models are now accepting the system has the potential to develop, but whatever happens, the Caribbean islands are in for a stormy, rain-filled weekend. Forecasters are paying particular interest to this system, which will be named Christabel if it lives up to expectations, since we are now entering the period of the most activity when it comes to hurricanes. Currently, it is traveling at 15 knots to the west-northwest, and winds are gusting over 30 knots. There has been no indication to date that Bermuda has anything to fear from the disturbance, but it is early days. Now, here's a look at the daily markets, presented by Bias.
Here are the daily markets presented by Bias. Equity markets in the U.S. closed at a new high and bond yields declined as investors await Janet Yellen's comments on the economy tomorrow. The S&P reached an all-time high and closed near the 2,000 mark on optimism the Federal Reserve will continue to support the economy. The index was up 0.29% at the close. The Bermuda Stock Exchange gained 0.12% today to close at 1,391. Ascendant Group witnessed the highest volumes with the price closing at $6.15 per share. UK stocks rebounded from yesterday's decline after gains in pharmaceutical stocks offset declines in miners. A retail report also showed that sales rose more than forecast. The FTSE gained 0.33% to close at 6,778. Chinese stocks declined, led by financial and energy companies, after a gauge of manufacturing declined more than forecast. The Shanghai index was down 0.44% at the end of trading. Latin American stocks extended their rally, but analysts voiced concern over valuations in the region. The Mexican Bolsa was up 0.34%, while the Brazil Vsb gained 0.13% on the day. Treasury prices rose for the first time in 4 days as investors await Fed Chair Janet Yellen's speech tomorrow at a conference of central bankers. The 10-year U.S. Treasury yielded 2.41%, down 2 basis points. The U.S. dollar pulled back as investors await Fed Chair Janet Yellen's speech tomorrow at a meeting of central bankers. The dollar depreciated 0.16% against the euro as of the last trade. That was a look at the daily markets presented by Bias. There's more news after the break.
Save 50 cents on imported ripe mangoes this Labor Day holiday, just $1.49 each. Certified Angus beef tucked sirloin steaks, $8.99 per pound. All varieties of Breyer's ice cream, just $6.29 for a 48-ounce tub. Select varieties of Gain 2X laundry detergent, only $7.99 for a 50-ounce bottle. All varieties of Yoplait yogurt, just $1.09 for a 6-ounce tub. Have a safe and happy Labor Day holiday from the marketplace.
You can count on us. Update to comfort that's unique to the way you sleep. Update to the latest iComfort sleep system by Serta. Featuring our first memory foam with dual-action gel technology. Designed from the surface to the core for enhanced cooling comfort and individualized support. Update to iComfort.
The iComfort Sleep System by Serta. Available only at Big Savings Zone, Bermuda's exclusive Serta mattress gallery.
Do you know your rights as a consumer? Visit the Consumer Affairs website to find out how to hire a contractor, how to buy and maintain your vehicle, information on buying secondhand goods, tips for seniors and teens, personal finance tips, product recall information, to file a complaint with Consumer Affairs. For the latest consumer news and much more, visit ca.gov.bm.
As you walk through the ultra-modern, brightly lit and beautifully decorated new acute care wing of the King Edward, you wonder what goes through the minds of veteran employers, such as Director of OR Loretta Santucci. She has worked at the King Edward for 35 years, the last 16 in her current position. Vsb News' Brian Darby asked her how it will all affect the community.
And there's something about a modern building. It's clean, It's got beautiful steel devices and things. It's so far removed from the old King Edward, it's not funny.
That's true. I mean, anything new, now we've got to take ownership of it and keep it up, the upkeep of it, and for the staff to say, okay, this is mine, this is ours, let's keep it as clean and as functional as possible.
And I suppose your major responsibility is that people want to take their patients overseas because they have doubts and fears, but you have to set an example now and a credit rating that the Bermudians regard this place with pride and confidence.
Right. Well, our satisfaction rate has always been high for surgery, amazingly high. I think we've set targets of like 96%, and in some instances, some months we have reached 100%. So it's come to be expected now that we maintain 100%, which is hard. But I believe with best practices and continuing evaluation of those practices, especially focused on the patients and what they need to relay their fears, I think we'll go forward and they'll see a change and want to have their surgeries here.
So if people wrote to the newspaper when they had a good experience here, they'd way outweigh those that didn't.
Yes, that's true. Well, you know, sensationalism, everything, you're going to capture those events or those people who were not happy, but we have, as I said, a 96% satisfaction rate, and we try to maintain it. Yes, we do. So our staff get very upset if we fall below, and they want to know why. So there is a team looking at the reasons and to try to fix it, to at least get it over to the patients that we're doing something.
Public tours are being offered this Saturday between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. and Sunday between noon and 5 p.m. Call 239-5550 to book a place. A host of young boys and girls have been working flat out in the summer heat to make sure that next week's performance by Troika of the Disney classic Beauty and the Beast will live up to the dreams of producer Shoa Bean. She told Vsb News' Brian Darby that the cast has gelled into a remarkable family, and the standards of acting and singing have blown away the American director brought in from Las Vegas.
Troika Bermuda was founded in 2009, and we basically founded it because we found that there was a gap in the arts world as it pertained to young people and adults. There were no running and up and running youth theatrical companies at that time, and so we decided to just establish the company so we can give young people, young artists, an opportunity to not only be exposed to theater and be exposed to different things and different avenues in theater, but also to be able to give quality productions to Bermuda at a high quality with young people involved.
Well, you've achieved that.
Thank you.
And now Beauty and the Beast. You looking for trouble?
No. Actually, we just found out it would be very nice to reincarnate a Disney classic. Beauty and the Beast is something that most of us grew up on, and so we wanted to bring that to the stage and do it musically and do it artistically, but also be true to the original story of Beauty and the Beast.
What's it turned out to offer, as much as you expected?
It's a wonderful story, a great production in its entirety, from the costuming to the lighting to the sound. Everything is just aesthetically, you know, it really is something that you don't want to miss. You want to come and see what these young people have to offer. For me, I just think that, I feel I'm very impressed with every one of the young people that have been casted for this show. They've not only taken the challenge of taking the story and telling it to the audience, but they've brought every character alive. And so it's just been wonderful to watch them do that, but not only do that, but to watch them challenge themselves also as actors, as artists, to take it to the next level.
Beauty and the Beast is being performed next Thursday, Friday and Saturday at the Ruth Seaton Auditorium, with a matinee on Saturday. Marsh, a global leader in insurance broking and risk management, and Guy Carpenter, a leading global risk and reinsurance specialist, are donating more than $12,500 to several non-profit organizations. As a way of making the firm's annual charity drive more engaging, they asked employees for suggestions on where to provide funding. Based on those responses, the financial donations will fund the development of supporting ongoing projects from Outward Bound, Sunshine League, and Karen Bermuda. Chairman of Marsh & McLennan Companies and Chairman of Marsh's Bermuda Charity Committee, David Ezekiel, says they plan their donations around their colleagues this year to support the charitable work they carry out in the community. Each of these non-profit organizations provides a positive and valued service in our community, and they are pleased to offer their support. Sports is next after the break.
The Dollar Depots are your one-stop shop for your party and entertaining essentials. Bags, balloons, bows, decorations and invitations for all themes and occasions. Party favors, gifts and toys, piñatas, games and candy for any celebration. Fun and colorful accessories and supplies to create and cater the perfect party or family and friends gathering. Let Dollar Depot make your entertaining easy and your party pop. Visit Monday through Saturday in Hamilton, Heron Bay, Shelley Bay, and Somerset. Dollar Depot, where you buy value for less.
Now, here's Earl Baisden with the Sports Report.
Exciting finish at the National Sports Center yesterday as Bermuda went down by 7 runs in a rain-reduced Duckworth-Lewis match against Canada. Bermuda was set a target of 200 in 42 overs after Canada had scored 211 for 8. Rain had interrupted play. Earlier in the day, Bermuda won the toss and sent Canada to bat, with them scoring that 211 for 9. Arslan Khan was the top scorer with 81. Jordan Smith was the pick of the Bermuda bowlers with figures of 10 overs, 1 maiden, 4 for 43. In reply, Bermuda scored 193 in those 42 overs. Dowry Rollins was once again the top scorer with 87, and Jordan Smith added 27. The pair put on a 101-run fourth-wicket partnership. Harash Thacker was the pick of the Canadian bowlers with figures of 9 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 11. Well, last night we saw the Premier of Bermuda doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. Yesterday, former professional footballer and assistant coach of the Baltimore Blast, David Bascom, was challenged by the Baltimore Blast head coach, Denny Kelly. Bascom then challenged a few people himself.
I challenge Nikki Rouse, Sean Goda, Kyle Lightborn, and one of my best friends and my administrator, Jakisha Douglas. Good luck. You have 24 hours to complete this challenge.
The Bermuda Federation hockey team and Worcester Polytech Institute played to a 2-2 draw at the National Sports Center last night. The Wednesday night sailing series continued with 20 boats going to the start line for race day 15. Crossfire was the first boat to cross the line with a time of 1:03:50. With the corrected time of 1:10:01, saw them finish third on the night. Next across the line was Smokin'. They clocked a time of 1:11:27, and with their corrected time of 1:06:03, saw them finish first on the night. Thrash clocked on the corrected time of 1:08:39, which saw them finish second on the night, and with a corrected time of 1:10:08, saw Mayhem finish fourth on the night. Passion rounded out the top 5 finishers on the night with a corrected time of 1:10:11. The Highland Spring Junior Tennis Tournament continued at the Pomanda Gate Tennis Club, where in boys 16 singles action, Nick Lyons defeated William Way 6-3, 6-2. Mosiah Selassie defeated Scott Redmond 6-1, 6-2. In boys 12 singles action, Amir Thomas defeated Lorenzo Durant Locherny 6-3, 6-1. Nick Cooper got by Cairo Martin 6-love, 6-2. Imani Phillips defeated Alexi Burrows in girls 12 singles action 6-love, 6-1, while in girls 14 singles action, Kayla Ming defeated Lauren Way 6-love, 6-3. Virginia McKee continued taking part in the Cornerstone Dressage Horse Show in Canada, and she's bidding to qualify for the CAC Games in Mexico later this year. McKee and Walking Glens competed in the Intermediate 1 freestyle class, where they finished first with a score of 67.188%. I'm Earl Baisden reporting for VSB Sports.
Hi, I'm Peter Javetic, host of Season to Taste. Tune in on Tuesday night during the Vsb Tv 11 News. I'll be here preparing this lovely dish of snapper with tomato chutney and find out what the Gosling's Wine of the Week is.
Tuesday during the Vsb Tv 11 News.
Outlast any storm with the most advanced alkaline battery. This weather segment is brought to you by Duracell Quantum.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's VSB weather forecast. Our weather shot is brought to us by Erica Bowe, taken at 11:30 this morning at Pompano Beach. I feel like I need sunglasses looking at this shot. Bright electric blue of the water, a beautiful blue sky, a couple of clouds sort of floating on the horizon, and Pompano, I think, is one of those beaches that has the most beautiful shade of blue on the island. Another gorgeous sunny day today. Thank you, Erica, for sending this shot in. Temperatures for today, we had a high of 86 at 3 in the afternoon and a low of 78 at 3 in the morning. Current conditions, 81 degrees, humidity 85%, wind southwest 16 knots, and barometric pressure is falling slowly at 30.10 inches. Rainfall in next month of August, 7.43, been a very wet month for a yearly total of 38.11. Yearly norm for this time, 35.34 inches. Taking a look at the satellite. Showers and thunderstorm activity will gradually increase heading into the weekend as a frontal boundary and developing low pressure move into the area. So expect a few showers with developing thunder late overnight into Friday. These unsettled conditions continue during the weekend, with winds increasing strong Saturday overnight through Sunday evening. For those of you who are traveling, let's take a look at the gateway cities. Atlanta, partly cloudy, 95. Boston, mostly cloudy, 70. Charlotte, mostly cloudy, 95. London, partly cloudy and 70. Miami, partly cloudy, 91. New York, mostly cloudy, 75. Orlando, partly cloudy, 96. Philadelphia, mostly cloudy, 81. Toronto, cloudy and 72. And Washington, thunderstorms and 83 degrees. Back at home tonight, mostly cloudy with a few showers and a chance of thunder late overnight. Low near 77. Wind southwest, 14 to 18 knots, with gusts up to 25 knots in showers. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with showers and a risk of thunder, high near 84. Winds southwest, 14 to 18 knots, and again, gusts up to 25 knots during showers. Marine tonight, we've got a thunder advisory, seas inside the reef, 1 to 2 feet, seas outside the reef, 4 to 6 feet, and the sea surface temperature is 84 degrees. Marine tomorrow, the thunder advisory continues with seas inside the reef 1 to 2 feet, seas outside the reef 3 to 5 feet. High tide will be at 7:05 in the morning and low tide will be at 1:07 in the afternoon. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast. Saturday, cloudy, periods of rain and showers, risk of thunder, breezy with a high near 82. Sunday, not looking much better, mostly cloudy, periods of rain, showers and isolated thunder, high near 82. Monday, mostly cloudy with showers, chance of thunder early with a high near 83. And Tuesday, while you're back in the office, sunny periods, a few showers, and a high near 85. Thank you to Rob Howlett, our meteorologist for tonight, and everyone at the Bermuda Weather Service. I'm Rachel Sodden. Have a great evening.
Outlast any storm with the most advanced alkaline battery. Today's weather forecast was brought to you by Duracell Quantum.
Every day, 24 hours a day, the Bible Broadcasting Network shares the Word of God around the world in the heart languages of the people. Come and drink in the sounds of BBN at 1280 AM on your radio dial in Bermuda.
Thanks for watching the TV 11 News. Good night.
Peter Cattell's attire courtesy of A.S. Cooper & Sons Limited. Wardrobe and makeup for Rachel Sordin, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb Tv 11, Bermuda.